Hey guys, what's going on? This is DeMarco with Conquering Crypto. That's the group that I formed to help people trade and just get people interested in trading to begin with. Today we're going to check out ADA. I've been trading ADA now for a little bit, all the way back to the beginning of August when it really started to take off. I started to check out their breakouts and I started to follow them. And of course, I wanted to make some money off of those. So I did. And I adventured out. And I think in total of like 8 breakouts, I think I got 7. You can see some of the numbers embedded in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, of course, I didn't get. It's in red. I think I deleted some of the numbers a while back, but there was a lot of breakouts. If we get in here real close, there was a lot of breakouts that I documented. I have a prediction list, and I built all of these scenarios. So as you can see, this is kind of when I started. So this is around the second week of August. If you'll notice, we've got a flagpole with, of course, the flag, and it bounced around support and resistance. Now, support and resistance, this is a big deal. I don't have the VPVR on right now, but support and resistance are probably some of the most important levels about a stock or crypto when you're trading it. It's the formation of lines of where buyers and sellers are willing to, it's like a push and pull. So if you'll see, the bottom level is called support, the top is called resistance. So if this becomes support right here, this is resistance, support, resistance. And what happens is it forms these flags or these like tunnels. The tunnels then give you, or I should say the flags, pennants, or also called pennants. But what happens is you can catch the price in these chart patterns, and then when it breaks out of the chart pattern, what you can do is you can try to trade that in order to profit. So like the idea, this is number one. So while I was tracking this, and I tracked it live, while I was tracking this, I made the poll, I made the flag, and what I did is I waited. So I waited until this broke out of the channel. Okay, that's how we know that something's going on. In other words, price action will be controlled in like a certain, again, it's usually between the support and resistance lines, but price action will be controlled in those areas by buyers and sellers. When buyers want to take advantage of what will be the lowest price for that particular chart action, it'll then bust out of the tunnel or the flag or the pennant, and then you can put your trade in there. Okay, so here's the idea. Well, I'll just show you what the idea would be. Okay, so the idea would be is you start to build. Let's say this hasn't happened yet. Okay, I'm sure I know there's a way in TradingView. I love TradingView, by the way, but I know there's a way in TradingView that I can go back in time. But we're not going to do that right now. Yeah, I'll do that another time. But what we do is we notice trend lines. Okay, so you can have upwards trend, downwards trend. So this was an upwards trend that I noticed, and I then noticed that support and resistance lines were starting to get pretty pronounced. So then I figured, okay, well let's make a tunnel around that. We did. Once I saw this breaking out, I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna place an order for a buy or a long. A long also means, you're holding on to it, hopes it goes up. If it goes up, you make money. You don't want it to go down if you're going long. Okay, so if I put this line here, okay, that's about where I bought in. So there can be fake breakouts. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to get caught purchasing, making a buy, and then the breakout ends up being a fake breakout. Because then you should sell off immediately. But there's ways you can put a stop loss in that will prevent you from losing too much, which is great. But let's say I purchased right here, okay, this line. So let's say at this point I decided, you know what, I'm gonna gamble a little bit. I'm going in early, whatever. Let's try it. I purchased in here, let's say at 1.8. Now I can make a stop loss below it, and we'll say once it starts to take off, okay, you can actually move your stop loss. But let's say for the time being, if I bought in at 1.8, let's say I put my stop loss, whatever, at where the breakout starts. So we'll say 1.78. All right. Now, once the price starts to take off, this just so happens it formed another pole in pennant, but I didn't know that at the time. So, of course, when this starts to go up and it meets new resistance, okay, that's when I said, well, okay, I have to start forming new chart analysis immediately. And what happened with ADA is it kept making pole and then pennant and then pole and then flag. So if I go in real deep, so this is pole and like this can be considered a flag. So pole, flag, pole, pennant, mini pole into pennant, or just a triangle. So you don't always need the pole. There was a lot of stuff I deleted. So there was some stuff I deleted in here. Here's number 5. So this was a mini breakout here. And then I know there was more, but I deleted some stuff before making this video. Not recently, but I just deleted some stuff back then. So anyway, I just gave you like a broad sense of when if you're going to day trade this kind of stuff, that's how you do it. You build these trend lines, you build these support and resistance areas, and then you trade based off of those numbers. Now, what can be really helpful is called the VPVR. I plan on doing a video about that later, but for right now, I want us to show where we're at right now, where we're at today with ADA. Okay, so it's had a lot of time. Again, that was back in like August, so this is like August area. August 10th to maybe the 20th, you know what I mean? It's like the 20th. Now, I've been working on ADA like crazy. I have a group called Conquering Crypto. We're on Facebook. You're invited. If you want to trade and learn something or come and give us your opinion, everybody's invited. Everybody gets approved. Conquering Crypto, Facebook. The YouTube will be formed soon. But my whole objective is to just teach people. It doesn't cost anything. Just join the group, and we're there to help. I'm especially there to help. Help you learn how to trade or invest better. That's the whole idea behind this. Okay, back to where I was. So here is today. Okay, so this is all the way up to today is September 25th. This is where we are. Now, ADA fell a good amount today. So let's see. I don't know if this is a full day. So this is going to be... Today it fell roughly 8.5%. Okay, now that's okay. So this is how I teach people to trade. You can swing trade, which is trading within weeks. You can day trade that very same day. And like when a breakout happens and you want to ride that breakout, you can still sell that same day. You can sell in an hour. You can sell in 20 minutes if you felt like you made enough money. That's all depending on the individual trader. That depends on you. For me, I usually like to swing trade. I like to, well, I do both, but swing trading allows another week or two to go by to see what other options you might have. So, if we were trading ADA today, this is my example. Okay, this is what I want to show you. I built, so this right now, this is a new ascending tunnel that we're in. Okay. So you could call this a flagpole. Actually, when this drops down here, you can call that a flagpole. Remember, all of these different analytics are all based on what the observer sees. So I see this stuff based on what I've read. I've watched a lot of videos, and this is just my interpretation. Your interpretation might be different, and that's okay. In fact, I want to clash ideas together because the more you share that stuff, the more you can profit. So it benefits everybody to give information. So with our ascending tunnel, what's going on here is, so this is resistance, this is support. So with these lines here, we've built a new tunnel based on these new support and resistance lines, okay? Just like you saw earlier when I showed that I built these lines. Well, I built this tunnel, of course. So some traders can see this, okay? Some traders can see that it fell 8.5% as of right now. It's like quarter after 9 p.m., September 25th. So some traders can see it fell and sell. Just say, you know what? I don't want any more. It's losing money. It's time to sell. Maybe you already profited, whatever. But what you really want to do if you're day trading, okay? You don't want to panic. when this kind of stuff happens, listen, price goes up and down all the time. It's no big deal. When price goes down, it's more than likely going to come back up. Now, crypto is super volatile. It's not like stocks, so crypto definitely has a different. You got to be more careful because it can fall harder and faster, and just like it can rise quicker. Stock's not going to do that. Stocks might move 2 to 10 to 15%. 15% would probably be a lot. Whereas crypto can move, like I said, what, 9% this move today? And it's like nothing. So very volatile. You got to be careful trading crypto. And with that said, what you should do or should be looking for. So this can be like the smallest flagpole ever, this little guy right here. And this is our new big flag. Okay, so this is an ascending tunnel that we have right now. You want to look for entries. So we're not really looking for breakouts from this because the only breakout that's going to come from this kind of ascending tunnel is a breakout that's bear. Bear means that the market is going down. Bull means that the market is going up. So whenever I say that, bull, up, bear, down, that's essentially all it is. So if price were to fall out of this, I know a lot of people don't know much about probably futures and options, but you can also, and it's also called a put, but you can also bet that the price will fall and you can make money that way. I make money trading on KuCoin futures, thinking that price will go down. And I do that the same way that I do the breakouts when it goes up. But now all I'm saying is I think that price is going to go down. Place an order. When the price goes down, you make money and profit. Anyway, I'm really getting off topic. Sorry, this is my first video. It's on Cardano, ADA, everybody's favorite. I hope to make more of these. Hope you guys like them, and I hope you learn a little bit of something. I'm going to be doing a lot of teachings when it comes to learning stuff like fundamentals, because fundamentals are a big deal. But this is a specific chart analysis of ADA. What you would want to look for if you were trading this today is hopefully, let's say this was a little bit further back. So let's say this was a couple days ago. Now you don't know the tunnel is formed yet until you have those support and resistance lines, right? So it wouldn't make sense if you don't know that all of this is coming, right? You can't predict specifically that that's coming. So if you're just stuck here, then you don't know when to trade. So what we use is the VPVR. This is a great tool. This is showing me when people are buying at specific price levels, okay? So right now, there's a lot more buys up here in the 2.4 range. Now, the reason I'm showing you that is because you can gauge sometimes when these tunnels are going to be made, when these flags are going to be created, and you can try to trade them based on the VPVR. I don't want to go too much into the VPVR today, but what you could have done when you were back here is you could have seen how much buyers and sellers were in this area here and kind of juked the market a little bit. Said like, okay, if I see that tons of buyers are coming in right now at 2.11, let's say this is hypothetical, then you could still place an order based on the strength of what you see the buyers coming in at. You also go down and look at the volume. Okay, volume is a very big thing as well. I'm not going to go into that as well in this video. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but that's because this is my first one, and I'm just trying to explain what I can think of off the cuff. Anyway, back to our trading ADA. We will get into this eventually, okay? We will figure out where your best chance would have laid. But what you would have wanted to do is you would want to have seen earlier to bet and to place your order into the ADA tunnel earlier. So you would, of course, wanted to get, let's get our circle. You would have wanted to get someplace down in here, or you would have wanted to get someplace in here. Now, these would have been your two best areas for the future. But since we are in this ascending tunnel, what we can do is see this, how this guy is heading down right now. So I would say it's still a safe order, even if it goes all the way down to this area. As long as it doesn't fall out of the tunnel, it's still in an upward trend. If a stock or crypto is in an upward trend, that's where you want to go. You want that backed up consistency of higher highs and lower highs. Okay, so this would be a lower high from here, and this would be a higher high from here. high or low. Gets real fun and complicated when you start kind of talking about higher highs and higher lows. But these would have been two great areas if you could have recognized the support um, and the resistance. Now I kind of did here, so we're not too far off. So what I think, this is of course just speculation. So if we drop back down to say 2.18 and we decide to bounce back up, well, guess what? This is a new buying area. Okay, so this would be a good potential area to buy. And then you just want to hold on from that point. You want to buy a good amount in one of these areas and then hold. So that's how you can trade the ascending tunnel. If we look further, so I have one of the ways that I price predict is I build it's like a measured triangle around the area, and it gives me kind of like a shadow opening of what's coming down the line. So as you can see with ADA, I have a price prediction right now. It's like 329, and I see that happening possibly by, let's see, sometimes they give you a day. If this is October 6th, this might be by like October 9th. And I got that information from this ascending tunnel, and you can too. This is chart analysis. I just started learning this maybe like 6 to 8 months ago. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been doing really well with it. I have a prediction list which has done quite well, which I started at the end of July, which you can check out too. And that's my video for today on Cardano. I plan on making a whole bunch more of these, and I plan on making a whole lot of tutorials if anybody wants to see anything specific, like joining an exchange or learning to send crypto from one wallet to the next. But yeah, all kinds of cool stuff is coming up. And once again, Conquering Crypto, my name is DeMarco. Hope you enjoyed yourself today and learned a little bit of something. All right, have a good one, guys.